Stop the video right now if you have not watched our quarterback rankings and our running back rankings first. So definitely check that out. I will stop right here. I will pause for 3 seconds. And I assume you've already just paused this video. You went back and watched quarterback and running back rankings, and now you're here for the wide receiver rankings. So welcome, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing on the bacon. NFL DFS video could be used for season long as well. We have rankings for wide receivers week 2, and just like the other 2 videos, forget week 1. It didn't happen. We are on to week 2. New slate, new week, new day. Let's go. So what this video is going to be is we're going to go over the top 10 wide receivers that we have ranked here. Now, I could go over all of the wide receivers we have ranked here, but you don't want to sit here for 5 hours because we have 139 wide receivers ranked. Now, these will update by Sunday morning, just like in the other videos. Weather's a concern. Injuries during the week is a concern. COVID is a concern. Signings might be a concern if someone gets signed and automatically jumps in, kind of like we saw Amendola last week. So a lot of things to look at. We'll go over our top 10. You probably won't agree with all of them, and I would love to hear why. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, put them down below. If you want to see the full article that we're going over right here, click in the description is the link to the full article, and you can find the link to our Discord channel for discussions. We have sports betting in there. We have DFS in there. We have everything. So if you want to get MMA, MLB, NASCAR, NBA, NFL, PGA, DFS, and sports betting all for a great low price, all you have to do, go to fantasyteamadvisors.com/plans, click on the year tab. Hit Join FTA Plus now. Use promo code 300. That's 300. You're going to get $300 off. Looking back in between these videos, we have 4 coupon codes left. So the first 4 people that use the promo code 300 are going to get a year pass for $49.99 when a normal month pass is $29.99. So any questions, let me know. I'll pause again. I assume you've already signed up. Congratulations. So let's jump right into our week 2 wide receiver rankings. As you can see on the video, DeAndre Hopkins leads the way in our rankings. I love this matchup against the Vikings at home. If you watched our quarterback rankings, you already know that I really love Kyler here. I love a Kyler/Hopkins stack. And then we can run it back with, Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson, because if you've watched our videos last week, looking at Millie Maker winners, winning lineups, a lot of the times the most profitable stack was, obviously you have to find the game that is the highest scoring game, obviously, and the highest scoring quarterback and wide receiver duo, and people always brought it back with an opposing wide receiver as well, because obviously if like Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins put up, let's say they put up 70 between themselves, most likely the opposing team's going to have to throw the ball a ton. Last week Kirk Cousins threw it over 300 yards. Justin Jefferson wasn't really a factor. We did have Thielen there, but you'd bring it back with one of the wide receivers, because theory would be the opposing team would have to throw the ball 60 times, and you would think the opposing wide receiver will be in a good spot there. So just a little bit of strategy when we go through, build our lineups through the week. So questions, comments, concerns, let us know down below. You're not going to agree with all of these. Let us know why, and we'll have a great discussion. So that being said, you can follow us on all social media, and we'll get started. So top 10. Number 1, DeAndre Hopkins against Minnesota. They rank 19th against wide receiver, and Vegas currently has the Cardinals opening at a 27.5 point favorite in this one. Number 2 is Tyreek Hill. Had a fantastic game last week. Had I think 197 yards. Does get a matchup against Baltimore. We did see Baltimore secondary get cut up a little bit by Carr towards the end of the game anyway. And Tyreek Hill's better than anyone that's on the Raiders. Twofold, easy. Pretty much Tyreek Hill's one of the best wide receivers in the game here. Mahomes knows it. Could be a shootout. Looking at Hill to be number 2 here. I could see him being number 1, but I just really love DeAndre Hopkins in this matchup here. Number 3 is Davante Adams. It is a Monday Night Football game. People are going to be like, why? And I promise you, this is the thing. So this is what I'll do. Anyone who comments on this video and tells me Davante Adams is not going to have a good game at all, or let's just say anyone who comments and says the Packers are going to repeat what they did in week 1, and it happens, I'll pick a random comment, depending on how many comments there are, and if the Packers just absolutely get decimated again like they did in week 1, one of you will win a free year. So that's all you got to do. You got to like the video, be a subscriber, and tell me that the Packers are going to repeat their terrible performance. And if they have a terrible performance yet again, one of you will win a free year of all content like we just talked about. So it's not going to happen, but you can dream, I guess. But yeah, Davante Adams, Detroit 32nd. They're the worst against the pass in week 1. And if you look at our matchup tool, which is under the NFL tab, they were terrible last year as well. So it doesn't look like they really did anything. They almost had a comeback. That was the offense for Detroit, not the defense. I absolutely love Davante Adams here at number 3. Wouldn't be surprised if he could end up number 1. Him and Rodgers just need to get on the same page there. But Vegas thinks Green Bay is going to put up 29, and I don't blame them. Number 4 is Stephon Diggs against Miami. Didn't have the best game in week 1 against Pittsburgh. I get that. Josh Allen really didn't have the best of game like we thought he would. But I love Stephon Diggs here. They've got a good matchup. Miami's 21st against wide receivers here. Love that. And Vegas thinks they're going to put up 25.5 starting. Number 5 is DK Metcalf. Last week, didn't do a lot. He wasn't the flash. We know who he is. We know what he's capable of. He really didn't show out for us. I don't think I had any exposure to DK Metcalf in week 1. If I look real quick, to be completely honest with you, I think we had any lineup we used Russell Wilson in week 1. We had Tyler Lockett. We didn't have Metcalf. And let me just make sure that's right. Just kind of looking at this. He had 12 fantasy points in my season long. He had 60 yards. Did have a touchdown. And then let's see what Lockett had. Yeah, Lockett had a huge game, 32 fantasy points, 2 receiving touchdowns on 100 yards. We didn't have DK Metcalf was okay, but Lockett was the pick there. I think that flips this week. I think Metcalf here at number 5. Going against Tennessee, they're in 29th. We saw what DeAndre Hopkins was able to do. I'm not saying DK Metcalf is as good as DeAndre Hopkins, but he is a massive being. He can jump and get that ball. And Vegas thinks Seattle's going to put up 29.5, which I absolutely am all for in this one. Number 6 is Amari Cooper. People are going to ask, why do you have him at number 6 after he dominated in week 1? There's just other matchups that I like better, but he's still number 6. Cooper here against the Chargers last week. They ranked 20th overall against wide receivers in their matchup, and Vegas thinks they're going to put up 26 points as well. Like I said in the quarterback video, if you have not watched that yet, I expect, as long as he's healthy, Dak to put up 350, 400 yards a game. Just kind of like what he was doing last year. The reason he was doing it last year because they were always behind. But I think he could easily do that. Dallas did lose Michael Gallup, but we've got Amari Cooper here. Absolutely love Amari Cooper. Not much to say about that. Could see, like I said, injuries, news, weather, anything like that will affect some of these rankings. Don't be surprised to see Amari Cooper make it in the top 5 before Sunday kickoff. Number 8 is Tyler Lockett. I absolutely love a Seattle stack here. I wouldn't go against if you make multiple lineups in DFS, go ahead, try the whole Lockett, Metcalf, Russell Wilson stack. It doesn't normally work. Like I said before, it's normally the number 1 wide receiver scoring and then run it back with the other team, but it could be in this store. I haven't run the numbers to see how many times 2 wide receivers and a quarterback in the same team won a Millie Maker or profited huge, but with Lockett and Metcalf, anything's possible there. So absolutely love him against Tennessee. We did see, like I just said with DK, we saw Arizona dominate them, so don't be surprised if they dominate here. On the flip side of that, you got A.J. Brown against Seattle. They rank second, though, but if you are building those lineups, you want to make a GPP lineup, A.J. Brown would be okay in my book at number 9, with them putting up 24.5. Number 10, we've got Keenan Allen here against Dallas. It is almost a foregone conclusion that Keenan Allen will get injured at some point this year. Hopefully it's not this week. Hopefully we smash the Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, and then you can flip it back and bring it back with Amari Cooper against Dallas. Dallas, we saw them get torched last week against Tampa Bay in opening night kickoff series of Thursday Night Football. Dallas ranks second worst against wide receiver, and Vegas thinks Chargers put up 29, which I absolutely love here. So looking at a Herbert, Allen, Amari Cooper's stack right there, I don't mind that at all. Be a little bit cheaper than some of the other guys, and I think we could absolutely dominate there. So those are our top 10 as of Wednesday morning. Obviously, it could change. Looking through, we have so many wide receivers. We've gone through 139 wide receivers. Go through the list. Let me know. Some of these will fall off through practice squad signing. Someone will get sent down. Someone will get hurt this week, sick, whatever it is. These will change a little bit. Definitely let us know what you thought. And like I said, if you like the video and are a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you comment something about Devontae Adams and the Packers doing the same thing they did in week 1, and it comes true, one of you will randomly be chosen with random.org generator comment, or the YouTube comment generator. Someone will be chosen to win a free year of our content worth $349.99. So that's what I've got for wide receivers. Stick around if you haven't watched the quarterbacks and running backs. Check that out. That's on our channel here. And then make sure to check out our tight end and defenses, which will probably combine into one video for you. So that's what I've got, guys, gals. Good luck in week 2. Let's bring them some bacon. Peace.